Welcome to decamp TV.
My correct people, greet you now. Welcome now once again to decamp TV. Hey, my people, not be smart thing though. E don set like this oh. The lawmakers wey be say they decamp from PDP to APC for Rivers State don dey come back small. They don dey return one after the other. Hey. Now the National Publicity Secretary for PDP na im make this one known o for interview wey e do for Arise. Na im for talk all these things o, say the law wey be say e bite there, say they no know, they no fit know the law, they no fit know the constitution. They don dey realize small na they don dey come back one after the other. Anyway, my people, I no go talk too much. I go play una this video. Now una lis ten to this man wey dey call Debo Ologunagba. Una watch the video, una hear wetin e talk concerning this whole matter for Rivers State, and make una no forget to like and share. Make una watch the video.
National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, or PDP, Debo Ologunagba. Great to see you again.
Nice to be here.
Thank you for coming in. So you've got 27 lawmakers in Rivers State carpet crossing or defecting from the PDP and saying they now belong to the APC. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, thank you very much, Charles, for having me. And good evening, Nigeria. This, like you said, is becoming like a circus. But I need to make a correction. They're no longer 27, they're 25. Two had
yes, I understand the two pulled out.
They have to pull out because they recognize the futility of this venture. And this is a venture that I have christened what I call it's a journey of regret, like a voyage of regret and political miscalculation.
You mean for those defectors?
Absolutely.
Right.
And so that's why you see them coming back.
Well, you've seen two come back.
Yeah, because they know that.
Yeah, but then you've still got 25 who haven't come back.
I know, because when you get into a gate that is automatic, that is shutting at you, if you don't get away from the door will shut down. So right now, what has happened is that the seats of those that defected are vacant. That is not me saying that. That was the Constitution provides for. In section 109, subsection 1G, the proviso there that you cannot defect to another party if you are elected on the platform of one party. Because in any event, there are no independent candidates in Nigeria.
Yeah, but the governor of Cross River State, Ben Ayade, the former governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, they both defected. Okay. So, I mean, is there anything that suggests that this is going to be different with these 27?
Let's say this, and these are the clarifications we need to make.
Right.
Constitutionally, that's one of the reasons why in this democracy, we must begin to develop it more so that people can be responsible when they are elected. For the governors, there are no provisions in the Constitution. So they can defect, as it were, and then get away with practically murder. But for a legislature, for anybody who is elected into their parliament, and you defect from the party that sponsored you, then section 109 for the state assembly gets you. For the House of Representatives and the Senate, section 89 takes care of you.
Right.
So the governors have that kind of leeway. But again, if we must be a democracy that is responsible...
Well, are you sure of that interpretation? I'm not questioning your legal sort of...
I'm going to give you more...
Because you're a lawyer, but I've heard other lawyers saying, using that as an example.
Okay, well, I'll give you an example of that. In 2015, and I will crave your indulgence, the highest court in this country is the Supreme Court. And incidentally, that matter came from Ondo State, where I come from. In the case of Abegunde and Ondo State House of Assembly and others, he defected to then ACN, and of course went to court. And the Supreme Court, from the trial court to Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court, same outcome. And I crave your indulgence, just 1 minute to read the decision of the Supreme Court.
Sure.
Yeah. And it says this: the principle enunciated by the Supreme Court in the two cases of Feleko and Goni in 1983 and federal government, Attorney General and Abubakar is to the effect, and this is critical, that only such factionalization, fragmentation, splintering, or division that makes it impossible or impracticable for a political party to function as such will justify a person's defection to another party and the retention of his seat. And hear this.
Right.
The division must affect the entire structure of the political party at the center. That is to say, national leadership. Otherwise, and this is key,
right.
Otherwise, as rightly held by the trial court and the court of appeal in this case, the defector automatically, the word, automatically loses his seat.
Right. So it's not enough for there to be a crisis in Rivers State PDP.
No.
It must also be on the national level.
Because the Rivers State is just a part of the whole.
Right.
And so the definition of a division means at the center.
Right.
And it means at the national level. And today, PDP is one at the national level. We have National Working Committee that is united. We have the BOT that is united. We have Governor Forum that is united. And we're one. And there's no division, no factionalization.
Yeah, but they might challenge that. And I'm wondering why you've written a letter to INEC.
Yes.
But many people see that as a weak gesture. And I'm wondering why you haven't gone to court to get the courts to force action to be taken against those defectors. Right.
I'll reveal a couple of things today. We had a meeting today. Number one, this is the premise. Where a party that is systematic and detailed in our approach to things. When this happened, we immediately released a statement, of course,
right.
which you have.
Yeah, which we
saw. In which we detail all the steps.
Yeah.
But because we go by order, we then held a meeting at the end of this so that we can take a holistic approach to all of this. So today we held a meeting and we have issued a release on that statement. Number one, we have to notify INEC, which has been done. We have to demand from INEC for them to begin to prepare for the conduct of election to fill the vacancies.
So that's the process.
That's the process. Number three, we've directed the legal advisor to proceed with that process.
Okay.
But however, this is the challenge about this democracy. We have a constitution. We have the Supreme Court. Analyzing the details of that and clarify it. We are just a nation that is not serious about this democracy. If indeed we are, that shouldn't be an issue. When you resign, you just automatically get out because you know.
Yeah, you know what the law is.
I know what the determination is.
So it doesn't need to have to go to court.
Again, just because
that's another waste of time, judicial time.
Resources, and then trying to go ahead and not play politics as it should be, because this is democracy. If we're truly a law-abiding nation that follows the rule of law, there's a constitution. And the clarification, if any, has been made by the Supreme Court.
Right.
Why are we talking about we going to court?
I understand the point you're making.
Ideally, in a normal
and that's a good point.
We shouldn't be going to court.
DJ